What kind of decision do you think the Eagles make on Nick Foles?
Well, I think they're going to try to trade him, and I think they'll probably be successful trading him. What I think is the interesting dynamic of it, Dan, is they're going to give him the $20 million option. He's going to buy back the $2 million, I think, to buy out of that, to buy his freedom, and then he's going to force them to either franchise tag him or he'll be a free agent. If he's a free agent, he's going to get a lot of money from somebody because he, Joe Flacco, and Dwayne Haskins are going to be the three most highly sought-after quarterbacks this offseason for the teams that need and want them. Jaguars, Dolphins, Redskins, maybe Giants. So I think there's going to be a really nice market for Foles. The question is, do the Eagles franchise him, so that's a higher number, and then trade him, which would probably end up being for less than a third-round pick? But it might at least enable them to get him out of the NFC and trade him potentially to Jacksonville. I think that's actually what the decision will come down to. Let Nick be free for a third-round pick, but then have to worry about where he might go versus trade him for potentially less, because if you're Foles, you're not going to agree to a contract extension with the other team. Why would you? Because if you do that, then you're hurting the team you're going to, because then the Eagles will be able to get more in a trade. It's going to be the number one topic this offseason. That and what the Ravens do with Flacco. It's fascinating that both those franchises are going to try to trade those guys that have both won Super Bowls for them.
Okay, but if I put this question to you, what's your answer? You can have Foles, Flacco, you can have Haskins out of Ohio State, or Kyler Murray.
For how long?
Well, Murray you're going to get for 5 years. Haskins you're getting 5 years for the first-round draft pick. And then you're probably going to be looking at Foles and Flacco for 2 or 3 years.
You know what I would say to that, Dan? I think it depends on where you feel like your team is at. So if I'm the Jaguars, and I think we're good. Like, I think we have a good defense. I think we have a good offensive line. We just had a bad year and didn't get it done at quarterback. If I'm the Jaguars, I'm going for Foles or Flacco, and I'm probably taking Foles just based on what we've seen recently. Yeah. I'm probably giving Foles that chance, although I think Foles-Flacco is a good debate. If I am the Giants and I've got young Saquon Barkley, I'm kind of skewing young and rebuilding young Odell Beckham Jr., then if I'm the Giants, I probably lean more towards Dwayne Haskins or Kyler Murray. And out of those guys, I'd go with Haskins because he's just unbelievably accurate. He moves well enough. I like the idea of him throwing to Odell and Ingram, and I think I'm going to get plenty out of the running game with Saquon. I think there's less risk with Haskins than there is with Murray. So I'll go Foles for the team that thinks they're going to win right away, and Haskins for a team that's rebuilding a little bit more.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.